guys, I'm Maddie Kopp. I'm a professional 800-meter runner for District Track Club, and today I'm going to take you through our warm-up routine that we do before we go off on our warm-up runs. This routine is really good for cueing good mechanics, increasing blood flow, and just getting some mobility in before we run. For the first exercise, we're going to take our shoes off and sit on the ground. This movement is called ankle eversion and inversion, and for this one you're going to turn your feet in and then out, rotating as far as possible in each direction to really get a full range of motion. This helps to activate the feet. The next exercise is called toe yoga, and for this one you're really activating the smaller muscles in your feet. To start, you're going to drive your big toe into the ground while keeping your other toes flat and raised, and then you're going to switch and drive your other toes into the ground while raising your big toe up. You're just going to go back and forth and focus on keeping your toes and your feet flat. Next up is a series of walking foot drills, which we do because it helps prevent injuries from the knee down by strengthening your feet and your shins. The first one is walking on the inside of your feet, so you're going to keep your toes flat and relaxed and drive your big toe into the ground. I'm going to go 10 steps forward and then 10 steps back. Second one is on the outside of your feet, so same thing, keeping your toes flat and relaxed. Next up, you're going to turn your feet in like a pigeon and keep your toes flat and relaxed again, driving your toes into the ground as you walk. Next, toes out like a penguin, and you're going to use your hips to drive your feet out. Next is a toe walk. So for this one, you want to keep your toes flat, not curled up, and press into the ground and get up as high as you can. For the last one, we like to put our shoes on because it's going to be a heel walk. You want to get up on your heel as high as you can because this one really helps strengthen the front of your shins. Next up is a series of drills on the ground to help with mobility, and I'm going to start with scorpion. For this one, you want to lay down flat on your stomach and keep your shoulders pinned to the ground, and then you want to kick your foot up to your hand, and the goal is to get as big of a range of motion as possible. This next one is called the cat stretch, and it works on your back mobility. So for this one, you're going to start by driving back, pushing your chest into the ground and your shoulders back, and then you come up and forward, look up, and exhale at the top. Next up is the Spiderman stretch. For this one, you're going to get in like a plank position, and then bring your leg up parallel with your forearm. Then you're gonna sink at your hips to get a really good stretch through the hip, and then you're just gonna switch. Staying in the tabletop position, we're going to do bird dog. For this one, you want to use your core to keep your back tight, and then bring opposite arm to opposite knee, and then extend, focusing on using your glute to extend the leg. So now we're gonna do some movement exercises up on our feet. First up is the cook squat to help strengthen or lengthen your hamstrings. So for this one, you're gonna stand in a squat position with your feet about shoulder width apart. Hinge at the chest, feel the stretch in your hamstrings, grab your toes, and then just sit back in about a 90-degree angle. Next we go into our reverse lunge. For this one, you start in a runner's position and then extend back, feeling the stretch in your hip, and then keeping your core and your glutes tight, pop back up into a runner's position, activating your glutes and your core, and have a 90-degree angle on your knee. The next one is the runner's touch. For this one, you're gonna start tall, glutes and abs tight in a runner's position. And then you're gonna take opposite arm to opposite leg, reach, touch your toe, and then drive back up into that runner's position, keeping your glutes and your core activated so you can stand up tall. Two of the most important drills that we do. First one is called the forward spring. So for this one, you want to think of your foot like a spring. Then you want to drive your elbows back, stay up tall, and keep your shin vertical to the ground. Then the side spring, still thinking of your lower leg like a spring. You're going to keep your feet together and then hop side to side, focusing on popping off the ground and still driving your elbows back. So that is the collection of drills that we do before we head off on our warm-up run. Feel really mobile and activated before we start running. I hope that you enjoyed and you can add some of this to your own warm-up. Thanks for watching.